A beginner's guide to intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is the cool cousin of traditional dieting. It's about when you eat, not what you eat. Imagine your day as a party, and you only invite food to that party at particular times in the day. That's essentially what intermittent fasting is. It's about cycling between periods of eating versus periods of no eating at all, or fasting. And why would you do this? Well, for starters, it has been something that we had inadvertently done for thousands of years, and countless research has come out recently that has proven time and time again what we almost intuitively should know. If you give your digestive system a break, there are countless benefits. And a lot of these studies show just how important intermittent fasting is, not just for weight loss, but also in improving insulin sensitivity, revving up your metabolism, and surprisingly, even boosting your brain health. And all of this coming from, instead of just obsessing over every single calorie that's coming into your mouth, you instead obsess about when you are eating. Because this time-restricted feeding actually helps your body tap into its internal fat stores, the kind you want to burn if you want a healthy metabolism. So what are the commonest types of intermittent fasting? Well, the easiest one that most people start with is called the 16-8 hour fast. As the name suggests, there are 16 hours that you will decide in the day that you will not touch any food. And for the remainder of the 8 hours, that is your eating window. And why this is the most popular method is because it's kind of the most easiest one to follow. Because you see, what most people do is that they simply have a very early dinner the previous night and then simply skip breakfast. The time that you are asleep counts as fasting as well. And because you've been fasting while sleeping, plus you skip breakfast, then you have a late brunch. And this works out to about 16 hours of fasting, leaving you for enough room in that 8-hour window of time-restricted eating. Once you get used to the 16-8 hour fast, some people even boost it or take it to the next level by fasting for not just 16, but then 18 and then 20 hours. But if that all feels like too much for you, other people do what's called the 5x2 fast. This just means that you eat normally for 5 days and then restrict your calorie intake to about 500 calories for the remaining 2 days in the week. But this isn't quite chronotropic or time-restrictive feeding. And so some studies don't even classify this as intermittent fasting in the first place. The next type is the eat, stop, eat method. This is for the slightly more adventurous people who decide that for about 2 days in the week, they undergo the dreaded 24-hour fast. That means no eating for a full 24 hours twice a week. And for some people, that just works perfectly fine. It really depends on your lifestyle. But if you cannot do any of those things, why not just try alternate day fasting? As the name suggests, you basically have a day of fasting, skip a day where you eat normally, and then the day after that, you carry on with your fasting style. This really helps in building up your metabolism and getting your body used to fasting or time-restricted feeding. Or maybe you want to keep it a bit more lighthearted and unscheduled, and simply skip a meal every once and again. This could be a great way to introduce the concept of skipping meals to your body, which can then pave the way to more scheduled fasting sessions. And when people become so confident with their time-restricted feeding, a lot of people often go to what's called the warrior diet, where you nibble on small amounts during the day, or you eat nothing during the day and have just one meal a day. And this was recently popularized by the term the OMAD diet. The point here is that you want to put your body in a state of good or eustress, forcing your body to burn the calories that it no longer needs. The greater you boost that metabolism and increase your insulin sensitivity, the decreased likelihood of developing metabolic syndrome later on in life. And diving into intermittent fasting can seem daunting, but it's all about finding a rhythm that fits your particular lifestyle. Start small and then work your way up. And never forget that staying hydrated during your fasting hours is key. And if water just doesn't quite cut it for you and you need some flavor in your life, something as simple as black tea or black coffee can do just fine during times of fasting. And very importantly, when you are actually breaking those fasts and eating, make sure to then focus on eating nutrient-dense, unprocessed foods, because these are the types of food that not only ensures that your diet remains balanced, but also ensures that you stay full for longer. So remember, intermittent fasting isn't for everyone, and it's your responsibility to always consult with your physician before starting any new dietary change, because it might not be the best thing for you. But if it is something that you want to try or that works well for you, be patient. Give your body the time it needs to adapt to this new dietary habit and find something personalized to you. And let me know what else you would like to know about the world of dietary health. I make it a habit to read each and every single comment on these videos and often try to turn those suggestions in the comments into videos themselves. So if you guys have any suggestions, please do let me know. Or if instead you want another video to help you keep more informed on your personal health journey, click right here to find out more. I'll see you there.